friends, family, countrymen, I'm here on the bridge, looking upon the highway, shouting out to Michael Massey, running for Congress here in Connecticut, US of A. Well, I'm here with Michael, well, the son, and he's got a lot to say. Michael, tell us all about your father, all about you.
Yeah, my dad, he's originally from New Haven, Connecticut, so he's grown around the urban community, and he's seen the highs, the lows, and he was previously incarcerated, so he's seen what New Haven has come from and what's the problems, with our youth, with the older generation, with the inflation, the money. So he had a plan when he came home to just try his best to just reform the community. He opened a corner store where every Monday they give free food to the homeless, the kids, anyone that would come in, anyone hungry, trying to reform the community. And, someone came to him and said, you would be a great a leader. So he went to Congress, he went to politics, and it's been looking good. We need a change. Rosa DeLore, she's been in for 25 years. And from what my dad's told me, it's the exact same. From what I've seen, it's even worse. Growing up, as a young child in New Haven, I've seen only it get worse. I've not really seen an improvement. When I was younger, it was a lot safer around here. I wasn't around a lot of crime, but now, I have friends in crime. I have people that I've grown up with going to prison, and it's not getting any better. But my dad, he's advocating for a change. He's advocating to change the youth, to change the community, make more money. I feel like that's the number one problem in New Haven today. A lot of people are in poverty. A lot of people, they don't have the means to make ends, so that turns a lot of people to crime. Like me, I didn't grow up in the best situation. So I could really get behind that. I know most people can. A lot of people say, Democrats, I want this, I want that, but a lot of these problems aren't the problems of us. People in Connecticut, people in New Haven. Our number one problem, at least for me, is money. That's the number one thing we got to get behind, making money. And I can say under Trump, that was probably the best years of my young life. My parents had a lot of money to provide for me, but when Biden came in office, it hasn't looked the best. A lot of things have gone. A lot of things are more expensive. Food is more expensive. Gas is more expensive. And we just need a change for that. We need something better. And there's no harm in change. Rosa DeLore, she's been in it for a long time. And let's say you don't like my father when he's in office, or if he gets in office, you got 2 years to vote him out. Give him 2 years to show what he can do, show what he can improve, and I promise you, things can be better.
I think change is inevitable. So I roll with this cool song called "Welcome to My House" by New Breed. Now, New Breed represents holding your own and saying, well, my breed, that magnetic movement is creating change. Now, Michael here, well, him and his father, Michael, they stand for change.
Yes, we do.
They're stepping forward. I want you to vote for Michael because he's doing right. Don't matter where you've been. Remember, life is a state of mind. Are you going to live yesterday, or are you going to create today? You have a choice on where you spend your time. You can spend it in misery, or you can spend it making friends, actually making an impact on how things happen in our world. Every day you have that choice. Now, I want you to step forward. I want you to realize what Michael here and the handler represent. God, family, and country.
Yes.
Now, tell us a little bit about your walk with God.
Yeah, growing up, God has just always been, he's always been a part of my family, but I didn't really get to know God until really over this past summer. I had a lot of trials and tribulation. I went through a bad breakup, and I decided to turn to God. I opened my Bible. I read through, and I've always read my Bible, but just it opened my eyes a little more that through God you can get through anything, through God and through Jesus. Anything is possible. And I thought I'd be stuck in a bad place for a while, but through praying to God, waking up every day, praying every day, reading my Bible, and even just reading scriptures to other people, it just made me feel a lot better that although I'm in a bad place, God has helped me. So I decided to try and go out and help other people and get them to walk closer to God. And all me and my friends, we've strived to do that, and our lives are better, way better. God, He's number one. If you're going through something, pray to God. Even if you're not going through anything, you pray to God when life's good, bad, normal. Anything, you got to pray to God. My dad knows that first. God is number one. He's always number one. God,
family, then money. That's my mantra. God, family, and money. Michael Massey, I'm running for U.S. Congress. This is my son, my firstborn. I'll do anything for him. We're both born and raised in New Haven. We grew up under the Democrats for too long. They're never going to change because they feel like this is a stronghold and they don't have to do nothing for you to get your vote. We have to change that narrative. Why not vote Republican one time? If you don't want to vote Republican, I'm also endorsed by the Independent Party. Everybody's turned against Democrats this 1 year. This 1 year, like, we have to show them that you have to work. You have to work to get our vote. You can't just sit there. I'm running against Rose DeLore. And I'm not saying she's horrible, but she's been there for 34 years. 34 years is long enough. I mean, am I lying? You're 80 some odd years old. Do one of us got to wait for you to be 90? I mean, do we got to let you die in office? And I'm not wishing harm on anybody. But 34 years, you're in your 80s now. You're in your 80s. You're not going to move over never? This term is a 2-year term. You only have to be 25 years old to run for this seat. I have to expose it for people because not enough of us understand that you could run for this seat. You have answers to the problems that's in your neighborhood. You represent your constituents better than she does. Well, you've been in Washington for 34 years. You from Washington. Around my way, you could be a grandmother in Washington right now. It's ridiculous that we let people sit there for 30, 40 years when this is only a 2-year term. Don't nobody else deserve a term? Don't nobody else got solutions? Can't nobody else vote for their vote in the way that their constituents are telling them to vote? We have to change things. And the Republican Party is there giving us a shot. The door is wide open in these areas, in your area. Please, somebody. It can't just be me. Everybody got to vote. Everybody got to run. I want to be running against 10 people if I don't get it this year. I mean, 2 years from now. We have to know that you're just as important as any of them Yale graduates, Harvard graduates. It's embarrassing that we allow them to sit in these seats for this long. You have to be 25 years old, a member of that neighborhood, and that's it. You got to be American. Now, I don't even think you got to be American or naturally born. I mean, a natural born American or
not even got to be natural born.
No, not natural born or what
you got to be a resident for 7 years.
Naturalized. You mean natural born or naturalized? Don't matter. You can run for this seat. This is a very important seat. I don't want to take up too much time. And got to get back to what I'm doing. But I appreciate everybody that's said they're going to vote for me. Said that they're ready to turn the page on the Democrat Party. At least this year. Let's try something different this time. If I don't do the right thing, go back to the Democrats. If I don't do the right thing, vote for somebody else. It's important that at the very least we get her out of there. She's not the worst person in the world, but you don't represent New Haven no more. You're not from around here anymore. You're from Washington. 34 years. You're 80 years old. I'm tired of having to wait for you to get out. I wanted to run 2 years ago. People like, oh, let's wait. She'll retire. No, she's not going to retire. Why would she give up all this money? Why would she? That's all. Vote Michael Massey. Vote Trump. And I'll see you next time.
Michael, thank you so much. I want to shake your hand. You know, this is a true gentleman here, and well, he represents change, and well, that's what we all here are doing by standing here with flags, asking you to vote the right way, asking you to get involved, asking you to, well, not be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution. The handler here is a solution provider. I got the solution. Now, where are you? Are you part of that solution? Riding with the winners in the winner's circle? Or are you those, the bones that we're going to build our foundation on? In my book, I talk about how my people are going to rise up. Well, we have to build our foundation on something solid. I know your soul is a piece of shit. However, your bones, yeah. Remember that movie, The Terminator? Well, The Terminator, there's bones everywhere. Machines crushing them. Well, that would be all them corrupt politicians. Bones. Now, do you want to be the ones climbing upon the bones to rise to heaven on earth? Or do you want to be the bones? The handler, I like to make sure you understand where I'm coming from. I'm creating a new breed. I'm getting involved in everywhere. I'm going to handle you. I have been sent, purposely chosen by the Almighty. Read my book, Discovering Your Inner Light. You'll understand who the hell I am and what I represent and what I'm going to do to all you ignorant motherfuckers. So, once again, we'll say it one last time. Do you want to be one of the ones in the winner's circle, walking and climbing up top, them bones, as we build a foundation for heaven on earth? Or do you want to be the bones? The handler, magnetic movement. Michael Massey for Congress. Represent change. Let's bring it on in here. Give a shout out.
God bless America. God bless us all. Vote Michael Massey for Congress.
God within y'all.